Hello class, this is Kevin. I have not finished my presentation, so what I thought I'd do for the video is just walk through the model and the prediction just the way I did it. I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but this is the way I decided to do it. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we're going to need is we need an input. So let's get an Excel node here, and let's look over here and get an analysis node. We are going to need a partition node and a type node. So over here we've got a type node, and I think over here we have a partition node. And over in the modeling node we're going to need a logistic regression node. We'll connect all these up in a minute. Let's get our nodes out here that we need. And then for this we're going to need to have some analysis. So we need an analysis node here, and we will also need an evaluation node. Okay, that's what we'll need to get started. So let's go ahead and connect these things up. We're going to connect this to here, and we will connect this to here. Let's open up the node and add in our data. We need to select the right worksheet. We're going to do A, site A, and apply that. And let's preview this, make sure we've got the right data. That looks good. Okay. Under the analysis, this will just give us basic statistics. This is not the right node. Delete. We need the audit node. Disconnect. We need the audit. Data audit. Let's connect that. And let's open that up and let's run that just to make sure. So as you can see, you're going to get some basic statistics. Always a good idea to run that when you're doing this. Let's look over here on type. So in here we should see all of our fields. What we want to do is we want to set this to our target and set the continuous to a flag. Okay, that's what this is the thing that we're going to be trying to predict. So that's going to be our target or dependent variable, and we can read those values in just to make sure that we're getting that it's reading the values correctly. Okay, now we're going to partition. So this is important. Partitioning is where we will decide what is testing, what is training, and what is validation. There's a couple of things you can do here. If you click on test, train, and validation, you can do something like, 34, 33, and 33, something like that. I would play around with this to see what you get. We can do a preview here of the variables and what it's going to be set at. It's only going to give you 10 here, but this shows you that it's going to use this one as testing, this one is validation, this one is training. Okay, anything else in that? Nope. Okay, now let's move on to the logistic regression. So here we're going to open this guy up, and there's, again, you can play with stuff here. I'm going to leave the fields, the way it is. I do want to, on the analyze, I want predictor importance because I want those graphs, and I want the raw scores, and I think that's about it. Mess with that. Apply that, and then let's run it. When you run this, you're going to get the golden nugget, and that's what you want. So from here, we're going to make a copy of this. Copy node, and we're going to paste that node. We're going to use this for a prediction. So let's do this. We're going to go ahead and connect up the overtime node to the analysis. Oops. Connect to the analysis. Open that guy up. Let's do a performance evaluation, confidence, coincidence. I think that's it. Anyway, you can play around with this. I'm going to click apply and run. This is going to give us some basic data, most important of which is this here, I think. This shows you what the model has done. So in my model, or in this model, the training was correct 94%. In testing, it was correct almost 89%, 88.89. And in the validation, we've got 86.76. So you see the percent wrong here. Pretty low. So it seems to be a good model to predict. I'm going to connect up the evaluation node, and this is going to basically show the %L and how it lines up. Oh, we need to configure this. So the cool thing about this is that this is going to give us a graph on what the best model would be and how our model did. Include best line. Use probably, no, we don't need to do this. So let's run this again. So this is very cool. So the blue line here, that's the best model. That's the best fit. This is out what we have. So this is pretty good. We see it deviate a little bit here as it turns the corner, but it's done a pretty good job. Okay. So this model works pretty good. Okay, so let's set up the prediction. So again, we're going to need a source node. That's going to be Excel. And in here, we are going to select our file. And we're going to select the other worksheet, B. So let's preview that. Notice here you don't have the overtime variable. That's what we're trying to predict. So let's apply that. Okay. We'll need another partition node, or type node, I'm sorry. And we'll put one on each side of this, and then we'll do a table output. Okay, so let's connect all these together. Okay, so in here, what we want to do is make sure that the %L overtime is a flag. Okay, so read those values. Can't be read, of course. Okay, so all we have to do here is run this table. And boom, there's our prediction. So this is all the site B data, and here is our prediction. So you can go ahead and count those up. In my model, I had 1, 2, 3, I think it was 14, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I had 14. So a little under half of the people are predicted to be willing to do overtime. And that's the model. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.